Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Makro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. Last time around we were short before finishing our next space elevator phase. As you can see in the upper right corner, we only need 140 more modular engines. And since I went ahead and did a little bit of Mercer sphere hunting and stuff like that, enough time should have passed that we have them available. Oh yeah. So what is it? 140 you say? Give me 150. Do something like that. And now we should have 140. Great. So let's finally complete Space Elevator Phase 3. Put that all in. Seal it.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
Okay.
Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues.
Thanks for that.
Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Yeah, thanks for that. So, let's send it up, I guess. And there's our next Steve achievement. By the way, while exploring, I also got the achievement for finding the highest elevation point on the map.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed.
Yes.
FICSIT's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
We will. We will. Okay, so that's the main body of that mysterious space station, I guess. Cool. Yeah, for those of you who are interested, it was this point, I think, where I got the achievement? I think so, yeah. While we're on the map, I also went ahead and put down a few more of those radar towers, and I found out that you can just click on them here on the map and you'll see what's in their range. For instance, here there's only a summer sloop left somewhere. Yeah, I put another one down at the oil wells down where the turbo fuel factory is. Another one here at our SAM ore node, more or less in the center. A little bit of overlap here and there, but that's fine. Another one over here at our steel factory, so that we cover parts of the what is it called here? Northern Shores, whatever. And another one at our HMF factory. I called it Eastern Canyon. So I guess we should put another one down over here, and I guess somewhere over here later on, so that we can cover the whole map in radar towers at some point, right? So, before we have a look at the next milestones, I also prepared some stuff for some more unlocks. Cool. Let me show you the dimensional depot here real quick. We have 10 hard drives overall. I found a few more, like 3 or 4 more, I think. We have 54 Mercer spheres. We only need 46 to unlock the both research nodes that I talked about last episode. So we can do that, and we can also put down more dimensional depot uploaders, right? So that they provide us with more materials from our central storage. And also we have 23 summer sloops. We haven't used one of them yet, at least not in a more persistent installation. I used some of those over here to build the FICSIT stuff. But maybe we want to do that in some of the endgame factories, because I think they matter the most there, because they double your production rate, right? So that's something. All right, let's unlock some stuff. Let's start with the alien technology nodes. We can do both, as I said. 23, yeah. Let's increase the... Oh, it doesn't take them from the depot here. Okay, so let's throw away something like that. And then give me the Mercer spheres from here. All right. Let's get one more stack in our depot. Nice.
Dimensional expansion finalized to 500%. Despite further efforts, parts could not be broken down further than their elementary particles, nor could the storage become more dense without the particles spontaneously reacting with one another and losing their deconfined state. Yet somehow more matter can now be stored in the same dimension.
We sang our growth song because we like your shallow efforts. Up and down our shallow illusion, up and down disappear in the deep.
That is very thoughtful, I think. I appreciate the attempts at sharing scientific knowledge, however perhaps we should wait until we have a more optimal way of exchanging data.
All right. And also, let's upgrade the upload rate.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Every particle now has encoded potential reconstruction memory for when any part using that particle is recalled, enabling instancing on the fundamental particle level.
You grow shifted the body chord flow cycle song of the 6th layer. Harmonious. Your cycle songs will only deepen the layers.
I'm always working on myself. The time will come.
Cool. So, almost done with the alien technology tree here. Just missing these singularity cells. Let's see when we are going to get those. Another thing, mycelia. There are only 2 things left. Another fabric recipe, for which I already brought the fabric and the polymer resin from our turbofuel factory. So let's unlock that. Not that we will ever use it, but you know.
Research completed. Polyester fabric recipe unlocked. Using polyethylene terephthalate, production of a lightweight and strong fabric can be automated. It has many of the properties of naturally sourced fabric and also amplifies body odor.
Nice. And also the gas mask. another thing that we are most probably not going to use, since these gas thingies aren't that dangerous once you have the nobelisks, right?
Research completed. Gas mask and filter unlocked. Mycelia fabric is highly absorbent, making it more effective at toxic gas filtration than the standard issue Pioneer helmet. A pleasant pine scent is included. Gas filters require regular replacement for optimal safety.
All right. Let's just throw those away. We might also want to refill our ammunition here. Good. And let's see. What else? I guess nothing else. We still need those. Empty fluid tanks. Don't know where we get them, but I guess we're gonna get them in one of the milestones that we are hopefully going to unlock right now. By the way, no, we didn't. We unlock new buildings and parts here. Okay, so why is tier 6 still showing up? Why? Okay, so let's see. Tier 7. Bauxite refinement. Or is it bauxite? I don't know. Refinement. So everything we need for aluminum stuff, right? Nothing fancy. We have all of that. Can unlock it right away. The hover pack. Oh yeah, that's gonna be something. Hover pack is basically kind of an extension to the jetpack. It will allow for flying indefinitely as long as you have power close by, right? It's powered by your power lines, basically. 3 more inventory slots, also good. MK5 belts. That's 780 per minute. Yes, sir. And they are built with aluminum sheets, as far as I remember. The hazmat suit, also very good. So that we can explore the radioactive zones safely from now on. Control system development. Oh, okay. That's basically for the space parts. Assembly director system should be one of them. The first one here, I think. Supercomputers, of course. Radio control units. Yeah, we need that for the drones later on. Sulfuric acid. Stuff like that. Alright, that's tier 7. So I guess we can already select this one, since that's the only one we can do. I mean, we have some aluminum sheets. So maybe we can even unlock that, and maybe we can even craft ourselves a hover pack. Alright, but let's start with that one. But before we do that, let's have a look at tier 8 as well. Aeronautical engineering, that should be the drones and the drone ports, yeah. So basically the same as the train stations, but with drones flying basically everywhere. So that's something. Nuclear power, of course. That's also gonna be something we wanna build. What do we need down here? What's that? That's supercomputers. What, that's the same item over here? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, nuclear power plants. We'll see about that. Advanced aluminum production. Okay, so there we have the well extractors then. Pressurizer and extractors, so that we can extract nitrogen and also oil and water, I guess. That should be the 3 resources that come in wells. Fused modular frames. We Oh, there we go. Empty fluid tank. I mean, kind of makes sense. Well, we've already had fluids for some time, so I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense. But okay, that's what we want to do for the better fuel unlocks, right? Leading edge production, minor MK3. Nice. Cool. Thermal propulsion rockets, also something we need for the next phase. And I think there was, yeah, the magnetic field generators we also need for those. Okay, particle enrichment. That should be, yeah, the particle accelerator. And those things, we need this for our uranium power plant, more or less. I mean, for, did I say uranium? I mean nuclear power plant, of course. I mean, when it comes to nuclear power, you could either store the waste materials somewhere, right? Or you could just recycle it. And that's what we are going to do. I need to put down a container here. Don't have any space left to grab all the stuff we need. Okay, so what else? 500 rubber. Let's grab 600, doesn't matter. 100 computers and 100 reinforced frames. Heavy frames, I mean. All right. And the bauxite production will actually be our next big factory. So that we produce.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process.
Those two.
Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
Okay. Okay, let's grab our resources again. And let's see whether we can unlock the hover pack as well. What do we need? 100 aluminum sheets. I think all of them should be in our depot. Yes. Aluminum sheets. So we could do that. Question is, why did I clear my inventory? Let's grab all the other stuff. Oh no, that's wrong. Throw that away. I need motors. Over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, 100 computers, 100 frames. All right. Cool. While we're waiting, let me show you a little, let's say, optimization that I've done here and also in the steel factory. In both cases, it refers to the materials that we use as intermediate resources, right? In this case, the smart platings. So these three are the smart, on this belt, the smart platings that we bring over to our HMF factory, right? Basically this way, out there, and over to the train station, right? But since there might be times where this is going to back up because of the train station, I installed a little smart splitter so that all the overflow, which might happen on this belt here, will go on the regular belt, which brings them down and over to our central storage, right? Where they will be shredded anyway, but at least they will be shredded instead of the factory not running. All right, and I did basically the same for the, what was it, smart wirings? No, the wiring stuff over at the steel factory, right? Okay, another thing is aluminum ingots. We should only have one recipe. Yeah, and we are missing the pure recipe for those. So what we want to do is unlock that as well. So let's start researching a hard drive, and then we should hopefully unlock the pure aluminum ingots recipe. All right, next thing. I can't seem to grab it from here. Okay. Depots. Can I squeeze through here somewhere? No? Maybe in between? Yes. Can I build them? Yes. We might wanna build more of those. We have, what, 8 available only? I think so, right? Yeah. We could choose 8 more resources that we wanna automatically put into the depot. It's hard to say, actually. Which we are gonna need the most. I'd say let's start with cables and wire. Those two, yeah. So one here and one here. Done. Close it up again. Modular frames. Let's do modular frames and also encased beams, I guess. That's encased beams. Frames. Don't know if that's the best idea, but I guess either one is fine at this point. Anything else? I guess plastics and rubber, also not a bad idea. In fact, how many spheres do we have available? Should be 4 more? Yeah. So let's do these two. All right. Motors, basically also a good idea, since we need them for the refineries. And we could choose 2 more. You know what? Let's do that. Oh no, only 1 more. Okay, then let's do that for steel. Steel beams, to be precise. All right. So now those are delivered automatically as well. Give me all of that. What's left here? Huh. I guess we could get rid of some of those, especially the ones that we have just kind of automated, right? Better. All right. So it's still 1 minute until our freighter returns. And then we can unlock the hover pack. Is there anything else? Yeah, power. You might want to have a look at power. I think I also connected a few more geysers while wandering around. So currently, if we just look at our maximum consumption, we are at 10.7 gigawatts, and our minimum capacity seems to be 10.8. So we're still fine. Maximum is like 11.3, something like that. So we're fine. I think we can easily build our aluminum factory, and after that we might want to take care of power in some way. I guess we're gonna build another turbo fuel plant then, just to help us reaching the nuclear power, basically. Yeah. Okay. Freighter has returned, so let's unlock the hover pack. Nice.
Milestone
inventory.
reached. The hover pad
Very
draws
good.
energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
By the way, we can actually clear our to-do list at this point. HMF factory is done. So, and we can remove this guy as well. Okay, let's see. Hover pack. We can craft one. Cool. Let's do that. There we go. Put away the remaining aluminum sheets and put this one on. So now, for one, we have those remote controls in our hands, and also we can now just hover. And in our left hand, there's a meter telling you how far away we are from the closest power source. So if we hover back up, you see we get farther away and farther away, and at some point, yeah, we get a warning sign on the left hand side as well, and at some point we will no longer hover more. And then we will fall, but we will fall slightly, as far as I remember. If I hold space here, yeah, then we still fall slightly. So we don't die, right? If we lose track of power, basically. So that's how we are going to traverse from now on. And let me see if I can put the jetpack. Yeah, we can put it in there. That's good. Then also put the fuel back. So the downside, obviously, is that we need power close by, right? So as long as there is power, we don't have any problems. But if we want to go explore the map, then, well, there won't be any power. So that's why we are going to use the jetpack a little bit more, I guess. But only then. And for that, we store it in the dimensional depot. Okay, cool. So next thing is going to be, as I already said, the aluminum factory. You know what? Let's try and start a plan for that together right now. Add a new production line, call that oh no, I'm not typing. Aluminum factory. All right. Which products do we want? We want basically everything that's related to aluminum, which is only sheets and casings. Converter. Wait a second. That's one thing I was wondering about all the time. There was this converter thingy going on, and I got no idea where that is. I already had a look and I couldn't find it. There should be, as far as I understand, there should be a production building for that, right? Called converter or something. But it's not there. Elevator, I mean power. No. Wouldn't make much sense. Logistics. No. Special, maybe? No. Okay, I don't get it. Yeah, there should be a converter. I don't know how that works, but there should be where you could just convert one resource into another. In this case, we would convert copper into bauxite or whatever. Huh. Is that a recipe that... No. Is that a base recipe? No. Yeah, there it is. Huh. Where do I do that? Not in here. Is it in the foundry? No. So where would I do that? There's nothing to unlock for me. There's nothing to buy. Oh, the hard drive scan is done. Heavy oil residue. Okay. Yeah, but we're looking for aluminum. Huh. No. None of that. Okay, let's just get the compacted steel ingot then, I guess, and get the next hard drive on its way. Yeah. Let me real quick Google that. Converter is a late game building used to convert ores into each other at the cost of reanimated SAM, as well as produce FICSIT ingots. Excited for okay. So we need that building later on, but that's tier 9. So we don't have converters available. Okay, so that's bullshit. Deselect that. We don't have those available. So now we need a lot of other stuff. But we want to use pure aluminum ingots. Oh, I just realized aluminum is a different kind of thing. Yeah. That's not our typical pure recipe where we use water and ores to produce more of those. Interesting. Also, sloppy alumina is a good thing, I guess. Yeah. And also, we are going to have to deal with feedback here, right? So the sloppy alumina production requires water, which we will feed back from the aluminum scrap production. All right, aluminum scrap already takes, what is that? Petroleum coke. Okay, no. Right, pure copper, please. We have that. All right. Is there anything else? Alkylate casing. We could use more copper to produce more casings then, I guess. So that's also is an interesting recipe we might want to use. And I guess there's nothing for aluminum sheets. All right, so let's see. We only need 4 copper. That's not much, but okay. Let's see how much aluminum sheets we want to produce. Actually, I don't know, something like 60 and 60. Let's see what the numbers are then. Not much. I think we can produce. The thing is, very similar to our steel production line, we will extend this factory later on. So that's not the final. We might want to call that accordingly. Factory basic. That's not our final aluminum factory. And I think it's not that much for the casings, but for the sheets that we will need later on for other things that we are going to produce there. It's more like something like 120 or something. But that's really cheap considering the inputs here, right? 87 water, 24 copper. That's nothing. A little bit of gold, a little bit of bauxite. Okay, so let's see if we can get a grasp of what the other products for the final factory are going to be. That should be here? No, here. That's cooling systems, heat sinks, fused modular frames. Can we... don't see the recipes here. We could type it in. We could type it in and would see what that would be then. Heat sinks, you say. Let's see. Heat sink. Yeah, we already got a lot more. But we can kind of, if we want to produce 10 per minute, we can subtract those 50 from there. So now it should be basically more or less the same. A few more sheets down here, but that's no problem. All right. What's next? Cooling systems. Oh. Now we need oil all of a sudden, and also nitrogen later on, yeah. And we need some of the heat sinks. So, yeah, okay. And water and rubber, but only heat sinks, yeah, which require a lot more aluminum sheets then. That's right. I guess we want to plan from our final factory kind of backwards, right? We see how many aluminum sheets we need for those products and then plan backwards. So, and fused modular frames, let's see if they also fit in here. Fused modular frames, like only 5 or something. Now it's getting really complicated. Yeah, and we need a lot more pure recipes here. And also, rubber recipes down here, right? Limestone and concrete. Whoa, okay. Heavy modular frames, oh no. Well, that's something. Some default stuff that we want to use here. All the pure recipes, we don't care. We also want to have those, the stitched iron plates, I guess. Maybe also the bolted iron plates, if that's better. I don't know. Anything else? Yeah, the what are they called? Encased industrial pipe And I guess also the heavy encased frames. Anything else? Yeah, everything that's related to rubber, basically. Recycled rubber, okay. Is it going to use that? Recycled rubber, yeah. How much oil do we need? 20. And this way we don't have oil as a byproduct, right? That's good. A lot of nitrogen gas. Anything else? Iron plates, stitched iron plates, ingots, iron rods. Wet concrete. Wet concrete. All right. Anything else? I mean, we could do this. Does that change anything? Recycled plastic. Oh, yeah, it does. Another feedback. Why not? 18 oil per minute. And what was it then? 20. Okay, it doesn't matter. Then we just do it this way, I guess. All right. Looks good to me. I will check those numbers in between. I will figure something out that's gonna work for us. And yeah, then we have a plan for our next factory. All right. How far along are we here? We are done. What do we have? Quick wire cable? No, thank you. Deuterium circuit board. Actually, no. Let's see. Electrode, aluminum scrap. I guess we do that. Let me go ahead and scan a few more hard drives in between episodes. And hopefully we are going to get the recipes that we want. But anyway, we got the hover pack. Is it called hover pack? Yes. So that's something. We started phase 4. So that's gonna be the next big thing. I'm going to optimize our factory plan. I will derive a plan for the basic factory then, which we will start with to unlock some more of the milestones here. Logistics MK4 will be one of it. Yeah. And especially the aluminum sheet production, right? Can we do all of that? We need some gas filters. Okay. What does it take to produce them? All right. Yeah, I will do that by hand then. And for those, we also just need aluminum stuff. So with our basic aluminum factory, we can complete all the milestones in tier 7, right? So that we are prepared for tier 8 then. Cool. So let me grab the remaining recipes and let me go for a factory plan. And yeah, next episode we should be ready to go to plan our next factory. Maybe I already be going to look for a proper factory site, right? Where we have all the resources available. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I hope to see you around next time as well. And until then, bye-bye.